The highway is a slaughterhouse of physics. Every single day, thousands of tons of metal collide, break down, and catch fire. And when the chaos finally stops, who do you think cleans it up? It isn't the police, and it isn't the fire department. It's the tow truck drivers. But if you think driving a tow truck just means hooking up a broken-down sedan and driving it to a mechanic, you have absolutely no idea what happens in the extreme tiers of this industry. This is a brutal, dangerous, and high-stakes career path built on strict levels of expertise. One mistake doesn't just mean a scratched bumper, it means thousands of pounds of tension snapping a steel cable and taking off someone's head. Today, we are breaking down every single level of a tow truck driver's career, from the terrified rookie dodging semi-trucks on the shoulder of the interstate to the master recovery specialists operating million-dollar rotating cranes. When you first enter the towing industry, you don't even get a real tow truck. You are the roadside service tech, also known as the battery boy. Your job is the absolute bottom rung of the ladder, but it is also one of the most statistically dangerous jobs in the world. As a roadside tech, you are driving a small pickup truck loaded with basic tools, an air compressor, and jumper cables. Your entire day consists of unlocking cars, changing flat tires, and delivering gasoline to people who ran out on the side of the road. It sounds simple, right? It's not. The danger isn't the work itself. The danger is where the work happens. You are expected to change a left side flat tire on the shoulder of a major interstate while massive semi-trucks blow past you at 80 miles per hour, literally inches from your back. You can feel the wind from their trailers pulling you toward the white line. You are operating in freezing rain, blinding snow, and the dead of night. If a distracted driver drifts even 6 inches over the rumble strips, you are dead. It's that simple. And for this incredible risk, you are usually making minimum wage, working brutal 12-hour shifts. This level is the ultimate test of situational awareness. The veterans know exactly how to angle their service trucks to create a physical barricade between themselves and traffic. But even that isn't a guarantee. Before we move up the ranks, let me ask you a question. Could you stay perfectly calm and focused while changing a tire with an 18-wheeler screaming past you just inches away? Drop a comment below and let me know if you could handle the anxiety of the roadside. If you survive your time as a service tech and prove you have the grit for the industry, you earn your CDL and step up to the iconic workhorse of the industry, the Flatbed Operator. This is where you finally start making real money, but this is also where the stakes skyrocket. A flatbed operator isn't just dealing with flat tires. You are dealing with mangled wrecks, furious drivers, and volatile situations. Operating a flatbed requires an intense understanding of mechanics and physics. When a car has been T-boned and none of the wheels spin, you can't just drag it onto the bed. You have to use specialized skates, blocks, and snatch blocks to winch a crumpled piece of metal up a steep incline without causing further damage or snapping a winch cable. But the physical challenge is only half the job. Flatbed operators are often the first on the scene of horrific accidents. You are dealing with traumatized victims, chaotic police perimeters, and cars that are leaking highly flammable fluids. And then, there is the repo side of the job. If you take a contract repossessing vehicles, you are actively hunting down people who do not want to be found. Repo operators have been shot at, chased, and assaulted. You have to be able to back a massive truck into a dark, incredibly tight driveway, hook up a car in under 30 seconds, and disappear before the owner even knows you are there. It requires nerves of steel and incredible driving precision. If you respect the intense hustle and bravery of flatbed operators navigating these chaotic scenes, hit that like button right now, because the skill required at this level is truly incredible. But while the flatbed operators are handling the everyday accidents, there is a completely different world happening on the heavy commercial side of the highway. Welcome to the world of the heavy wrecker operator. This is where the boys are separated from the men. A heavy wrecker isn't towing Honda Civics. They are towing fully loaded 80,000-pound semi-trucks, cement mixers, and massive construction equipment. The trucks they drive are massive custom-built beasts that cost $500,000 and are equipped with dual heavy-duty winches, hydraulic underlifts, and massive booms. At this level, you are basically a combat engineer. If a semi-truck rolls over into a ditch, the heavy wrecker operator has to calculate the exact center of gravity, figure out how much the loaded trailer weighs, and mathematically determine the safest anchor points to winch it back onto its wheels without ripping the trailer in half. The physics involved here are terrifying. You are putting tens of thousands of pounds of tension onto steel cables. If you calculate the angle wrong, the winch cable can snap with the force of a bomb going off, instantly killing anyone in its path. You have to know exactly how to use snatch blocks to double your pulling power and redirect the force of the winch. It is a highly technical, incredibly stressful puzzle, and you have to solve it in the pouring rain while the highway patrol is screaming at you to clear the road. As we explore these different paths, what role sounds the most intense to you? The high-speed danger of the flatbed operator, or the terrifying physics of the heavy wrecker? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you prove yourself as a master of heavy wrecking, and you demonstrate an absolute, flawless understanding of extreme recovery physics, you might reach the absolute pinnacle of the industry, the Rotator Specialist. A rotator is the apex predator of the towing world. It is a massive, million-dollar piece of machinery that functions as a mobile crane. Unlike a standard tow truck that can only pull straight back, a rotator has a massive boom that can rotate a full 360 degrees and lift up to 80 tons straight up into the air. At this level, you aren't just towing, you are conducting high-stakes structural recoveries. If a fully loaded tanker truck goes off a bridge and lands in a river, standard tow trucks are useless. The Rotator Specialist is called in to literally lift the entire rig out of the water. These operators are elite. They have to understand soil composition to ensure their massive hydraulic outriggers don't punch through the asphalt when lifting a heavy load. They work closely with hazmat teams to recover overturned chemical trucks without causing catastrophic environmental spills. They don't just clear the road, they command the entire recovery scene. When a multi-million-dollar incident happens, the Rotator Specialist is the ultimate authority. The police defer to them, the fire department defers to them, and the highway patrol relies on them to restore order to the chaos. To reach this level requires decades of experience, thousands of hours of intense certifications, and nerves of absolute ice. If you have enjoyed this deep dive into the brutal, structured, and fascinating world of the towing industry, and you want to see more breakdowns of extreme careers and how massive industries actually work, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. We are building a community that truly appreciates the hard work and blue-collar expertise that builds our world, and I'd love to have you on board. From the miserable, terrifying days of changing tires on the shoulder as a battery boy, to the chaotic repo missions of the flatbed operator, all the way up to the elite, structural mastery of the Rotator Specialist, a tow truck driver's career is a masterclass in survival, mechanics, and raw grit. It's an industry that operates in the shadows, cleaning up our worst days and keeping the arteries of our economy flowing. Every single level builds on the intense lessons of the last, forging individuals who can conquer the most dangerous roadside environments on the planet. The next time you see a tow truck flying down the highway with its amber lights flashing, you'll know exactly how much mechanical expertise and sheer bravery it took to get behind that wheel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next